What's up, family? Been a minute. I went on vacation, left the country for my first time ever. If you've never been on a cruise, I suggest you go. I wasn't really interested in it at first, but it's one of the best times of my life, minus becoming a father. So I suggest it to everybody. Made a lot of good friends, met a lot of good people, had a really great time, and it was just a magical experience. You know what I mean? My whiskers, whatever. But yeah, man. I'm just making this video because you manifest so much when you stop caring. And I don't mean stop caring in a bad way. I mean stop caring in a good way. And stop caring in a good way is stop worrying about the outside. Stop letting the outside affect the inside. You're supposed to be letting the inside affect the outside. So the best way to let the inside, to control your inside, is to not care about what's going on in the outside. You need to care about what's going on within you. And the first step to that is letting go of all the outside distractions. Letting go of the competitiveness in a bad way. Letting go of the insecurities. Letting go of the worry, the nervousness, because all that is lack. All that produces is energy of lack. We're energy beings. We're literally warm to the touch. That's how you know somebody's alive. We have energy. We have neurons that connect to each other and communicate to each other electronically. Electricity. We're electric beings, so we are energy. Everything is energy. It takes energy for everything. So what you're putting your energy towards is what you're attracting. So if you're letting the outside world affect you because you're worrying about it and caring about it so much, then it's going to affect your inside, which is going to project what you don't want because you're giving off an energy of lack. Faith is so important because faith is knowing, not believing. There's a difference between believing and knowing. And when you know, you chilling. I give you a time. I was playing basketball in high school, and it was a simple mistake. It was something stupid, but the coach didn't play me. My coach didn't play me for a really crazy reason, but I'll get into that another time. But anyway, I didn't play the game, and it was against a pretty sorry team, and I would have been able to get my stats off, but I didn't play in that game, and I was upset. My dad was upset, and I just let go. I let go. I didn't really, not that I didn't care about my team. Of course I cared about my team. I was a captain, and I've always cared about my teammates. I won the Unsung Hero Award in high school, so that just shows you how much I care about my team. But I didn't care what anybody thought. I didn't care about how I played in the sense of, overthinking what am I going to do this game, whatever. I just played, and the next game, I balled out, had a great game. A lot of rebounds, a couple of dunks. We won the game against one of our rivals, and Bridgeton, against Bridgeton in New Jersey. A college scout was there that was recruiting me, and I ended up going to that school, by the way, and met my children's mother, had my children. So everything happens for a reason. But it's so funny because I just didn't care that game. I even told my boy on the bench, I was like, I don't give a fuck. Because I was just so mad about missing the last game and, not playing, and it was over a really stupid thing that I didn't know, had no, clue I was doing, or, somebody just took something some type of way, and hey, you can't control how other people feel, right? Anyway, but that I'm saying that me letting go and not caring about anything in a sense of, how I usually, worry about the game and nervous before the game, and, you know, I don't want to get in foul trouble and all the things you're thinking about. I just let all that go. And I had a great game, one of the best games I've ever played. I did it when I needed it because a college scout was there, and, it was just a great moment. And, sometimes I think about that, but yeah, it was that power that I was able to tap into came from me going within and not worrying about the outside noise. I didn't care what anybody thought. I didn't care what anybody think. Yeah, you know what I mean. You get in that mode. You don't give a fuck about nobody. Like, that's why I don't like getting upset. Because when I get upset, I don't give a damn. And you know what I'm talking about. So, but yeah, sometimes you got to go to that dark place. That's why it's the yin and the yang. We have light and we have dark. Now you want the light to outweigh the dark, but you need the dark. You know what I mean? I need to go to my dark place sometimes just to let people know. You know what I mean? Stop playing. I'm not the one to play with. Don't take my kindness for weakness. You know what I mean? Just because I'm kind don't mean I'm soft. If anything, I go harder than you, to be honest with you. Like, I go harder, you know what I mean? If people knew my life, not too many people would switch places with me. You know what I mean? Like, you look from the outside in, yeah, I'm good, I'm successful, I'm doing my thing, yeah. You know what I mean? God is great. But it's all God. It ain't me, it's all God. You know what I'm saying? It's the God in me. Everything comes from in me. But yeah, if you knew my life story, not too many people will switch places with me. And the ones who know. But anyway, getting back to my point. So when you're able to go within and not care about what's going on outside, you open yourself up to possibilities. Plus, you can focus on how you're feeling within. Because when you go within, now you have to focus on your shit. And you have to force feed yourself positivity. And tell yourself, I am blessed. That's why gratitude is so important, because gratitude helps you feel abundant quickly. When you realize you're blessed, you can walk, you can talk, you can see, you can hear, you can feel, you can touch, you can eat. There's some people that can't do none of that shit. I remember one time I was complaining to one of my OGs, and I was going through something, you know what I mean? I'm a recovering alcoholic, so I was talking to one of my OGs in the program at the time, and I'm telling him all these problems, and of course he's much older than me. He could have be the age of my father. He's the age of my father, and he listened to everything I had to say, and he said, I hear you, and I feel you. He said, but you could fill up giant stadium with all the people that would want your problems. And that's the first time I heard somebody say that to me. Like, what you mean, want my problems? Like, there's people out here that will switch places with your problems in a hot second. And when you think about it, that's the truth. How many people are in jail that will switch places with you right now? How many people are in places they don't want to be, or, third world countries, or, war-torn countries, especially what's going on right now around the world. How many people are in abusive situations? How many people are, paraplegic and can't move? And, so being grateful for the fact that you have so much to be grateful for, raises your vibration from the inside, and then you start attracting things. But it starts from first not giving a fuck. You got to stop caring about the outside world, and it's hard. It's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. And but it takes practice. Everything takes practice. We're creatures of habits, repetition. What they say it takes, for building skills and stuff. It takes 10,000 hours to break a habit. It takes 10,000 hours to build another one. Something like that. You know what I mean? Whatever. But you got time. You know what I mean? Because you got another day on this earth. And you could change everything so quickly by doing this. It's not something, I'm not saying that it's going to take time to manifest. If you are able to, let go and let God and go within, you'll manifest really quickly. I made a video before about me controlling the weather. When I went on this cruise, it was supposed to be bad weather every single day of the cruise, man. I'm serious. It was what was it, 8-day cruise, 7-day cruise? And every day it was supposed to be a stormy weather. And the clouds were out there, and then they would clear up. And I went out on the balcony, and we was at the port, And I went on the balcony and I said, in the mighty name of Yahshua Jesus Christ, the weather will be good for our trip. And I can't complain. I can't complain. I posted some videos up here. I can't complain compared to what it was supposed to be. Did it rain a little bit here and there? Yeah. But the clouds out? Yeah. But the sun was out too. And it was we were able to enjoy it the way we're supposed to enjoy the trip with that type of weather. So, that's just God's grace and mercy, man. And you got to be gullible, man. You got to be gullible. It's so funny. We're gullible for the wrong reasons, but we're not gullible for the right ones. There's nothing wrong with a little healthy, a portion of gullibility if you're using it the right way. You have to be gullible to believe in things. You have to be gullible to believe in a power greater than yourself. You know what I mean? You have to be gullible to believe in the power within, So understand that, you are enough. You can do everything you can have everything that you want and get everything that you want. You do it. The God within you will do it. But you have to let go of the outside distractions and go within and just let go and have true faith that everything is happening for you. Everything that you want, all your desires are coming true. And when you get them, remember to keep God first. Remember to, be strategic and be humble. Show love. Because a lot of times when, a lot of people, we have this hierarchy mindset where if we're doing better in life than the people that are around us or that we feel like we're better than them. And that's very, it's very cruel. It's very foolish, and it's very common. You know what I mean? It's just how we are as a people, as a species. And there's something about, understanding that and not letting that take over you and control you when God is blessing you, when you're doing great, when you're excelling and doing your thing. Don't forget that, you know what I'm saying? It used to be like this, or it could be like this. You know what I mean? God talked to you through people, places, and things. So just seeing other people that's struggling. I don't see every time I see it, and I've been like this since I was a kid. Every time I see homeless people, I always felt empathy, you know what I mean? And I don't know why. They know me, man. They get seed on. The homeless people been asking me for money my whole life. People been asking me money for rides. And I don't got no problem with it because I'm a 6'7" black man. Like, I ain't scared of shit. So I done gave strangers rides. And people always know to ask me, man. I be like, how the fuck? Like, I'm the big black guy. Why I should be scaring motherfuckers away from me? No. That's God. That's God. God said, yep, he's one of mine. Go ahead. He'll give you some help. And I do God's work, and that's what I'm supposed to do. You know what I mean? A millionaire told me one time. He said, one of the first millionaires I ever met, black guy. He said, how many people are going to benefit off of your success? How many people are you going to be able to help because you excelled and you became successful and you maximize your abundance and prosperity? Now you can give. And that's what it's about. That's how it comes full circle. But yeah, man, if you want to manifest your dreams, you want to manifest quickly, let go of the outside distractions, let go of the outside world, don't care about it, let it go, and just chill. You know what I mean? It's not, like I said, it's simple, but it's not easy. So, it's going to take practice, but just remember to go within, stay within. How am I feeling? What do I want? Stay positive. Be grateful and let that power and let God show you. And when God shows you the evidence, don't chalk it up to this coincidences. There's no coincidences. So when God shows you the evidence, don't just think, oh, nah. You feel me? Because when the bullshit happens, we maximize it. We love making mountains out of molehills. Oh man, poor me. Oh man, oh my God, what just happened to me? Oh me. But when we get blessed, it ain't, yo, thank you, God. Oh, man, I can't believe this happened. Great. You know what I mean? Feel that same enthusiasm and stay humble with it. You know what I mean? But I love y'all. You already know. Holla at your boy. Go Birds.